welcome back to Trigger Warning. This is Beverly.
This is Diz.
Just kidding, this is Bev.
And this is Diz.
And this is
Trigger Warning.
Diz, what do you got?
Oh my gosh, let me tell you what I got today.
What do you got today?
Okay, so today, this is more of like a true crime story.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And it's about a massacre.
Oh.
Okay?
We haven't had one of those in a while.
I know. The Hillsville Massacre, or it's also called the Carroll County Courthouse Massacre.
Oh, those aren't good things that go together.
No. So this is based in Virginia, which most of y'all know we are from Virginia. So it's our home state. So this is about the Allen family. And the Allen family can trace their lineage all the way back to the Revolutionary War.
Wow.
Okay?
That was a few years ago.
So the first person we're going to...
Yeah.
Just a few.
Yeah, just a few years ago. Hey, do we have any trigger warnings?
No, not really.
No?
No, not really.
It's called a massacre, so
it's
I
a
guess
massacre,
it's pretty much...
But we aren't really going to go into, like,
a lot of
body parts or anything. Like,
okay.
Yeah, so it's more of just like, oh my gosh, kind of situation.
Okay.
All right, so the first person we're going to talk about is William Allen, and he was born on May 7th, 1724.
Wow.
At age 20, he married someone. Her name was Mary Lewis, and she was apparently 12.
Okay, maybe there's a trigger warning for child marriage. Then.
Yeah, we don't really talk about it, but yeah that freaked me out.
Ew.
When I did the math, it freaked me out.
Unfortunately, things like that happened back then, but ew.
I mean, it was the 1700s, so, they were just...
As the ladies on Morbid say, it was the 1700s of it all, or it was the 1800s of it all. I love it when they say that.
I completely agree, ladies on Morbid.
Yeah.
So they had 15 children, 11 boys and 5 girls.
They had more children than she was years old when they got married.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then at age 50, when William Allen was 50, he married someone named Beverly Ray, who was in her early 30s. They had one child named Beverly.
So he took it easier on the old lady?
Yeah. He was also older, though, if you think about it. That was 30 years later.
But she... Wow. Okay, I'm going to shut up now.
Okay, so at age 52... This is 1776.
Mm-hmm.
He marries Sarah Ann Smith, who is 25. They have 7 children, 5 boys, 2 girls. Their youngest is a girl, and she was born in 1787. Frances.
All
right, 2 years after this, William's dead. He's like, I did too much.
You know what he's...
I
Yeah,
got
you know what he's been doing all this
852
time?
kids.
He's been just... sowing his wild oats.
Agreed.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, don't say that.
He's been shagging a lot.
Okay, so...
He must have killed the first girl. All that shagging.
I don't have anything written as to why. I don't know if he was just like, I'm sick of you. But I didn't see where she died, so...
And then, like, the 30-year-old, they, like, were only together, like, a couple of years, and they had one kid, and then they were gone.
Yeah, but yeah, and I don't have that she died or anything.
Because they didn't divorce a lot back in those days, so I don't know what happened. Maybe he just
wanted to sow his oats more.
Maybe he just oat sowing.
So when he dies, Sarah is around 38 years old. So she's still relatively young back in those days. Mm-hmm. She marries a guy named John Bailey. They have one child. Her name is Tabitha Bailey. The primary child we need to pull from this whole situation's name is William Carr Allen Jr.
William Carr Allen Jr.
He is the son of William and Mary, the first two, the 12-year-old.
There's a college named William and Mary.
I know there is. It has nothing to do with
Oh, well, dang. I was all excited. I thought I, latched onto something important there.
So we're going to talk a lot about people right now because I got to, show you where they come from.
Okay.
But it's minuscule compared to what I found. And I have, their lineage. I typed it out. It's crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so then William Carr Allen Jr. was born in 1756. Mm-hmm. At age 24, he marries Anne Stewart Allen, who is 16. Mm-hmm. And they have 6 children, 4 boys, 2 girls. The first child is born when she's 20, and the last is when she's 31. 4 months before he turns 25, he ends up fighting at the Battle of Guilford Courthouse in the Revolutionary War. He survives the war, and he still lives for like 42 more years.
Okay.
Good for him. The main child we're going to take from this story is Carr Allen. Carr is how they spell it.
Okay.
He was born in 1786. In 1815, at the age of 29, he marries Temperance Daniel. Love her name.
Yeah.
She's 28. This is like normal ages. They have 5 kids, 2 girls, 3 boys. The only thing we're going to bring from this is their primary child is Jeremiah Allen.
Okay.
Now we're getting closer.
Okay.
He was born in 1825.
Oh, we're getting recent now.
At 19, he marries Nancy Combs, who's 17. They have 11 children.
That's a lot of children.
7 boys, 4 girls. Here's where most of the names are coming from.
Okay.
The primary children from them are going to be Floyd Allen,
okay,
Jasper Allen, who goes by Jack, Alverta Allen Edwards, Jeremiah Sidney Allen, and Garland Allen.
Okay.
Okay, and I have to say 2 things. Alverta, her name was spelled 2 different ways.
Okay.
I'm going to say Alverta because it's easier to say than what this other one looks like. And then Jeremiah, his middle name was Sidney, but it's spelled Sidna, but it's pronounced as Sydney. And I don't know if it's because they're in like the Appalachian Mountains and Sidna is up as Sydney, but he goes by Sydney.
Yeah, it could be like a dialectical thing, or
I don't know.
Be,
it was just
maybe
weird.
They like just people couldn't read and write as well, or
Yeah, because I didn't see that particular name anywhere else.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Could be like a hand me down from where their lineage came from, across the pond or whatever.
Yeah. Pond crossing lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of my new band. I called it.
Oh my gosh, what's your first single?
Probably Alvita's other name, Velveeta or whatever it is.
Alvertia, I think it's
Alvertia.
Alvertia or something.
And I'm paying homage to my sister, Alvertia.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your number 1 fan.
Okay, good.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Jeremiah, the father that we're talking about. He's a landowner, a farmer, an office holder, is how they said it, office holder.
Oh.
And unofficially a moonshiner and brandy maker. And they called the moonshine and brandy blockade liquors because at this time
they were blockaded.
Yeah. Prohibition. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Okay.
It's kind of that.
Prohibited.
They were prohibited. All right, now we're going to get down to brass tacks, as they say.
Oh, okay.
Floyd Allen was born July 5th, 1856.
Okay.
When he's 21, he marries Cornelia Frances Edwards, who's about 18 or 19. They have 3 kids. Okay. All 3 are boys, Jeremiah, Victor, and Claude. We're just going to mainly remember Victor and Claude. Okay?
Okay. Victor and Claude.
Yes.
There's a lot of names.
You have no idea.
I think it's funny that the first time I ever say my full name on here is the episode that has all the names.
That's true.
I should have just kept it short because I didn't know there were going to be this many names.
Okay, well, we're kind of done with the names. We have all the people that we're going to... It's mainly going to be Floyd and, like, his brother Jasper, Alverta, Jeremiah, Garland, and then Victor and Claude.
Okay.
There's a few other names, but they're...
Okay.
It's not as important.
These are the main players.
It's still family members, but they're like to the side family members.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
Oh boy.
In 1911, Floyd's nephew, Wesley Edwards, this is Alverta's son, kisses the girlfriend of a boy named John William Thomas.
Oh no.
While they're both at a corn shucking event, which is a social event.
It is.
Seriously, it's like a dance almost, but they're also shucking corn because it's at the end of the season and they're celebrating the harvest.
Yeah.
So
I've seen it on TV.
The whole thing is red ears of corn are very rare. So if a boy shucks one and it's red, he's supposed to kiss the girl he likes.
Okay.
And this is what happens.
This
and
is
apparently the girl does not mind. Her name is Maud.
That's sexy.
But there was a picture of her in some of the sources, and she was very lovely.
Oh, okay, good.
Her last name is Iroler.
Eye roller.
I'm sorry, I thought that was so funny. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced.
Maud Eye Roller.
So apparently Maud Eye Roller didn't mind.
Okay.
So Maud's boyfriend, who is not at the shucking event, finds out that Wesley has smooched his girl. And
Wesley was hoping he wouldn't find out.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, shucks.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, okay. Maybe he wanted him to find out.
Yeah. So the next Sunday morning, Wesley is at the church service, and his uncle is the pastor. Uncle Garland is a pastor.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So he's at his uncle's church service with his brother and some of the family. So Will Thomas comes there, and he's like calling him out.
Oh, boy.
First of all, it's Sunday. Do you mind?
Right. Like, maybe,
so
maybe save this for a Saturday night.
He's like, cool, I'm going out. So Wesley goes out to meet Will.
During church service?
Yeah.
Oh.
And his brother, Sidney, goes with him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's Sidna, a family name. It is becoming a family name. Because this is not...
the original one.
Right.
This isn't the OG Sidna.
This is
a
nephew.
Oh my gosh.
So Wesley and his brother Sidney go out to meet Will, and Will is out there with his cousin, and two other boys are with him. So they start fighting.
So now it's a rumble on a Sunday morning during church.
Outside of his uncle's church. Yes.
Okay.
Wesley and Sidney kick some booty. Don't mess with them. Then, like, a week later, the sheriff comes to Wesley with, like, charges for assaulting the Thomas boys and the group that was with him.
Mm-hmm.
They were arrested or charged with disturbing a public worship service.
Yeah, you think?
Disorderly conduct. Mm-hmm. And I saw where it said assault with a deadly weapon, but I don't know what he used because they never talked about a weapon.
Fist.
Maybe so.
Maybe it was that red corn.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
He sharpened it. Mm-hmm. He dried it and sharpened it and made us.
He shucked that corn right at him. That's what happened.
Lord. Okay, so Wesley and Sidney are like, nope, this ain't happening. So they skip town and they go to Mount Airy, North Carolina.
Oh, Mayberry.
They get jobs at a granite quarry.
Okay.
And they're like working, trying to stay under the radar, so to speak.
Right.
It only lasts for so long. They end up getting arrested by a Caleb Haynes and Oscar Monday of the Mount Airy Police Department. And they're brought to the state line. Okay. They thought, we're in another state. There's no way the sheriff or anyone's going to be able to get to us. But the sheriff knew people. So he sent, well, you'll find out, 2 people to meet them at the state line to get them to bring them back because of this.
It's like the one time that 2 jurisdictions work together.
So they're coming to the state line, and I believe the deputies that the sheriff sends is Pink Samuels, pink like the color, and Peter Easter. And they take custody of the boys. So they handcuff Wesley to the seat of, like, it's like a wagon, essentially. And they tie Sidney to the back of it. And apparently they only brought one set of handcuffs. Super smart. And they tied Sidney up because he had apparently tried to escape previous times when he had been in custody. So they were afraid he would run.
You mean like...
So they literally tied him.
Like when they ran to North Carolina?
Yeah.
And thought that they could get away by working in a rock quarry.
Right?
But they just took that job for granted.
You're so full of it today.
I tried so hard not to make that joke, but I had to.
You had to. It was perfect.
It was.
All right, so they're bringing them on back into Carroll County, and their journey with the criminals brings them past Sidney Allen, the uncle, his store, and Floyd Allen's house. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's where they end up going, wherever the road is. Floyd is out and sees that his nephews are like tied up to this wagon and stuff.
Mistreated.
So he is on his horse and he kind of stops them. And the deputy Samuels pulls his gun out and tells Floyd to get out of the way. Mm-hmm. And he moves, but he moves his horse farther in the way so they can't go around him. So Samuels pulls his gun again, and then Floyd and Samuels start fighting.
Oh, boy.
Floyd beats Samuel's butt by pistol whipping him with his own gun.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry. That made me laugh.
That sounds like it'd be nice in a movie now. In real life, it's kind of like, oh, that's not good. That's not a good look.
So while Floyd is kicking Samuel's butt, Wesley, who is handcuffed, is trying to fight the other deputy, Easter. Mm-hmm. But he can't because he is still handcuffed and cuffed to the wagon. So Easter gets away, and he actually shoots at Floyd and hits his finger. And then he runs away to an acquaintance's house and calls the sheriff. So while he's running away, Floyd unties and lets the boys go. Mm-hmm. And they go on back to the house and stuff. And the Samuels is just left unconscious in a ditch.
I mean, did they think that meant everything would be okay then if he just lets them go?
No, they are just used to getting their way.
Mm-hmm.
They are completely used to getting their way in this area.
Well, I don't like it.
So he's left in a ditch, and Floyd even runs his horses off.
So he can't even get on his horse. That's not fair. That's like stealing a man's car after you hit him.
Now, the next morning, Floyd does bring his nephews in and turns them in. Okay?
He's just like, I just didn't like the way they did it. So,
right.
You know,
well, he does talk about it because you'll see in a minute.
Okay.
So Wesley's given 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
And Sidney is given 30 days on work release.
Okay.
For escaping. Okay. Samuels and Easter, the deputies say...
So the time they got was just for their escape?
Correct.
They haven't actually been tried yet for the actual brawl outside the church?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
So Samuels and Easter say that Floyd and Sidney Allen, his brother, and Barnard Allen, the other brother, I think, attacked them and released the boys. That it was the three of them that did it. It wasn't, but that's what he said. Now we're going to talk about the court. The people in the court. We have Commonwealth Attorney William Foster. He's a political enemy of the Allens. Because politics. Even in the country.
Even in the country, back yonder.
So the reason he was an enemy is because he had supported Jack Allen's son, Walter, who ran for the Democratic Party. And so he gets the Democratic Party, and then William Foster runs on the Republican ticket, and he actually wins the election against Walter, so they're mad at him.
Okay.
So Foster calls for a grand jury for the escape and the assault for Floyd. Mm-hmm. And he testifies that he didn't intend to completely free them, just remove their restraints. And he stated that Samuels was, quote, abusing the boys and, quote, he had them handcuffed and tied up with a rope. I just can't bear to see anyone drug around, is why he did it.
Right.
So Floyd and his brother, Sidney, are indicted by the grand jury for interfering with deputies, was the charge.
Yeah.
Floyd is also indicted for assaulting Samuels.
Yeah. You could call it that.
So he's going to have a trial for that and everything. Mm-hmm. The Commonwealth Attorney receives a letter warning that he would die if Floyd was found guilty of this. He takes this to the judge and requests extra deputies on the day of the trial, and he asks that anyone who enters the courtroom would be searched beforehand.
Yeah. I mean, you'd think that would be a common thing anyway.
But not
back
then.
In a day when... But, I mean, that's when people were allowed to carry guns
everyone,
all the time.
especially here, everyone would have carried guns in that county.
Yeah.
So the judge, whose name is Judge Massey, he denies the request, and he says, I think that would show cowardice on our part.
No, I think it would just show good judgment, Judge. Maybe I should go back and tell this man.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think he learns his lesson.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
All right, we're going to get to the massacre.
Okay. I'm going to stop making jokes now, then.
It's Wednesday, March 13th. The jury wasn't able to reach a verdict on this day, so the judge continues the case to the next day.
Okay.
He sends the jurors to the hotel to sequester, and Floyd Allen gets to go home with his family and, like, sleep in his house and stuff. So the next day, it's Thursday, March 4th. It's cold, foggy, drizzly. It's springtime, so it's not pleasant in the mountains, and it's extra bad that day. By 8 a.m., over 100 spectators had crammed themselves into the courtroom. The main players this day are Floyd Allen, his attorney, W.D. Bolin, the assistant clerk of court, Floyd Landreth, and Claude Allen. We also have Dexter Goad, who is the deputy clerk, Judge Massey, Sheriff Webb, who is essentially like the
bailiff.
Thank you. Yes, the bailiff. We have jury members, and then all the spectators, which included quite a number of the Allen family. Some of who were, like, standing up so they could look over top of everyone.
Okay.
So it's jam-packed. Everyone wants to know what's happening, even though the weather is nasty. So around 8:30, the jury comes out with its verdict. They find him guilty as charged, and they recommend a sentence of a year in prison and a $1,000 fine, which that is a lot of money back then.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding.
a lot of money now.
Yeah.
So the judge asks the deputy, or the sheriff, Webb, to go ahead and take custody of Floyd, and Webb starts to move towards Floyd. And the shit's about to hit the fan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I sense tension now.
Now, most witnesses agree that Floyd Allen stood up and announced to the court something like, "Gentlemen, I just ain't going." Because he had always said, most of him and his brothers said they would never spend time in a jail. And they hadn't.
Right.
And then a shot was fired. And then for the next 90 seconds, it's just shooting and gunpowder and smoke
chaos.
And screaming and people trying to get out of this little courtroom through
and
one
nobody
door.
knows where bullets are going or where they're coming from, and everybody's screaming and running and ducking. And
so it's basically the Allens, Dexter Goad, who was that deputy clerk, William Foster, and any other law officers that happened to be in there were just shooting at each other. The spectators are trying to leave the courtroom. Bullets are going past them, too.
Caught in the crossfire.
So his attorney drops to the Floyd. Sorry, not to the Floyd, to the floor. And Floyd falls on top of him. And he's like, "Get off of me. They're going to kill me trying to get to you because they're shooting at you."
Yeah.
So Floyd gets off of him. But it's basically they're just kind of caught in the crossfire. Part of the battle, this gunfight, moves out onto the street.
Oh, jeez.
Onto the steps and onto the street. And some of the Allens are hiding behind some of, like, the Confederate soldier statues that they have there. Like, reloading their pistols and stuff, ready to shoot some more. And then most of them start heading for the livery stable to get their horses.
It sounds like something from Tombstone.
That's exactly what I see in my head. It's the OK Corral.
Yeah.
And they're a lot like
the
cowboys in that movie, especially.
Yeah.
And Floyd Allen is that main guy.
Yeah.
We don't have a Doc Holliday.
No, we don't.
We don't.
That's lame.
All right, we're going to move back into the courtroom now.
Okay.
Welcome back to the courtroom.
Thanks.
The victims.
Oh, no.
The following are the ones who died: Judge Massey, Sheriff Webb, Commonwealth Attorney Foster, and the jury foreman Augustus Fowler. So he would have been the one that gave the actual verdict. Right. He's the one that would read it. Then there was also a girl named Elizabeth Betty Ayers, who was 19, who was there. She was a witness, and some sources said it was against Floyd Allen, but some said it was for something completely unrelated. She just happened to be there early. She got shot. She ends up going home, and she dies the next day at home.
So we don't know if she was related to the case or not.
Right. Because one source said that she was, and she was there as like a character witness, but about how mean Floyd Allen was and that kind of thing. Not for him, but against him. Yeah. So now we have the injured. Deputy Clerk Dexter Goad was injured. Floyd Allen got injured. The Commonwealth Attorney. And I think that's it, because Fowler died. Now, Dexter Goad was shot in the mouth, but he recovered. That's all I know. He was shot in the mouth. Floyd Allen got shot in his hip, his thigh, and his knee. So he couldn't really escape.
Yeah. So
he and his oldest son, Victor, who really wasn't involved in the shooting, but was just there, they leave together and they go to the hotel, and spend the night. And then the next day, they come to arrest Floyd. Now, when they go to arrest him, he tries to slash his own throat with his pocket knife, but they stop him before he could do it. And they arrest Victor at the same time, but they later acquit him and say that he wasn't really involved, thankfully. Okay. Wesley Edwards, the dude who started this whole thing by kissing the girl. One of his cousins, Friel, F-R-I-E-L, Allen, and Claude Allen escaped together, and then were joined by Sidney Allen. Sidney is the uncle. This is the uncle Sidney, not the nephew Sidney.
The elder Sidney.
Yes.
The OG Sidney.
We also have a Sidney Edwards. He hid out for a few days, but then he surrendered. He was by himself. Now, according to Virginia law, this is in 1912. When a sheriff dies, all of his deputies lose their legal powers, which doesn't make a freaking bit of sense to me.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
So at that moment, Carroll County had no law enforcement.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
So Floyd Landreth, who was that assistant clerk that was there, he's like, oh, shoot, we need somebody here. He actually runs down the street to the telegraph office, because we're talking about telegraphs, and sends a telegraph to Governor William Hodges Mann. And this is what he sends. Quote, send troops to the county of Carroll at once. Mob violence, the court. Commonwealth's attorney, sheriff, some jurors, and others shot on the conviction of Floyd Allen for a felony. Sheriff and Commonwealth's attorney dead. Court serious. Look after this now. You're not going to be ready for this. So the governor contacts the Baldwin Felts Detective Agency in Roanoke and asks them to hunt down the Allens in Carroll County, who are obviously still at large at this point.
I wonder how long it takes to get there from Roanoke at the time. Because right now
on a horse.
It takes a while to get to Hillsville from Roanoke right now.
Yeah, and they're on horses.
It's a good probably hour and a half and by car right now to get to
So
Hillsville.
the weather is still really nasty. It's still so the detectives get there, and for the next 5 weeks they're there trying to find the Allens, and the weather is nasty the whole time. So they're slogging around on the mountain, mud, it's nasty, it's cold.
It's called Hillsville.
They're not used to the mountains because they live in the city. The Allens, however, they're at home. They know what they're doing in the woods. They have family and friends in the woods. They're being taken care of. Right. They're sleeping in other people's houses. They're getting hot meals. They're doing fine.
Yeah. And Roanoke has hills, but it's surrounded by mountains. It's a valley, but if they're in the city part of the city, then they got different mountains to look at, but they're probably
even
not
back
up
then,
in the mountains very much.
Yeah. So after 5 weeks, Sidney Allen the elder, and his nephew Wesley, the troublemaker, decide to head west because they're still out on the lam, as they say.
On the lam.
So they make their way through Mount Airy and then Pilot Mountain and then Winston-Salem in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. When they're in Winston-Salem and all through here, they see that their faces are plastered everywhere on wanted things.
Oh, wow.
They make their way to Salisbury, North Carolina, and they buy train tickets to Asheville, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. From Asheville, they eventually get to Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, wow.
Don't ask me why they're going there. I do not know. It never says anything, because that is very specific.
Yeah, I guess it's just really far
enough
out
states away. They
probably figured that they wouldn't head that way.
Right. They'd go farther south, honestly, is what I would assume.
They're used to the South. They're used to that kind of way of living.
So they're in Des Moines. They get jobs as carpenters and live in a boarding house together. 6 months to the day after the courthouse massacre, Sidney and Wesley are arrested by the detectives.
In Des Moines?
Yes. And the good thing is the detectives can go all over the U.S. It's like the,
yeah.
What are the detectives? Pinkerton detectives.
Yeah.
Okay. Now. Okay, they get arrested. Sidney swears to his deathbed that Wesley's little girl, Maud, sold them out for $500. That's what he
said.
says.
Eye roller?
Eye roller. Eye roller sells them out for $500. That's what he says until he dies. However, a local expert in the area says that most likely it's Maud's father, mm-hmm. because he wouldn't approve of her with anyone related to an Allen.
Oh, uh-huh.
And they think that he tipped them off that she was going to Des Moines to marry Wesley.
Oh,
because they were also watching her during this time to see if she went anywhere. So they think it's probably her dad. All right, so everyone's in custody. No one's out of the state or anything. Everyone's been found. Floyd Allen goes on trial in Wytheville, mm-hmm. on April 30th of 1912. He's charged with killing the Commonwealth Attorney Foster. On May 18th, he's convicted and sentenced to death in the electric chair. Mm-hmm. In July, after 3 trials, Claude Allen was also sentenced to death for Foster's murder.
Okay.
Friel Allen was tried in August and confessed to shooting Foster. He was sentenced to 18 years in prison.
Wow, okay.
Sidney Allen, the elder, and Wesley Edwards were sentenced in November. Sidney got 35 years and Wesley got 27 years.
Were they for Foster's murder as well?
And I think just the whole thing. It didn't specifically say the murder, but I believe so. So
because there were other people that died too.
Yeah. They don't care about other people, I guess.
They're like, no, this guy's important. You'd think that they would kind of spread out the charges a little.
You would think so.
Like, how many bullets were in him?
Maybe they're like, just go ahead and do it before they run again.
Maybe.
We can't keep letting them run. We can't find them. There's too many of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so 379 days and 3 stays of execution later, after the Hillsville Massacre, on March 28th of 1913, at 1:22 p.m., Floyd Allen becomes the 47th person to die by the electric chair in Virginia.
Old Sparky.
11 minutes later, at 1:33, Claude Allen, this is Floyd's son, this is who Claude is, becomes the 48th person.
Wow.
To be killed and die by the electric chair in Virginia. So, some of the sources I read, it was pretty interesting. They were, the authors were doing these different stories and talking about how people talk about how we don't talk about it much, but you get them to talking and everyone's got an opinion. Mm-hmm. So they're talking to one of the sources, and she's this little old lady in her 80s. Her name is Viola Harrison. Mm-hmm. And she's one of the few who actually are old enough to remember this happening.
Right.
And she's also the daughter of Jasper Jack Allen. So she is actually an Allen.
So this interview was probably a few decades ago.
No, actually.
Because she would have been...
Math.
Depending on when she was born. I don't know. Math is hard.
I don't know when she was born either. Anyway, she was in her 80s, so I don't know. I feel like I think this article I was reading was fairly recent, like in the last couple of years.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Anyway, she remembers it. And she said, quote, "I just don't like to give out information because you don't know how you feel about it yourself." Says she has good memories of her Uncle Sidney.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, "I remember that people liked him very much. He was a good neighbor and kind to people. Everybody that worked for him liked him." And she says that it was a political feud that played a part in the whole situation that day.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like it was a political feud, but on both sides played a part in all of it.
So, some people think Claude Allen, Floyd's son, fired the first shot. Some think it was Floyd. Some think it was Dexter Goad. And then Friel confesses to shooting him.
And then some people like me think that Judge Massey should have just had everybody check for guns and made them leave them outside.
Right? So,
because some little girl got it, whether she was a witness against him or not, was innocent in all of it and got killed.
What's interesting about the judge, when his body was removed from the courthouse, they found the Commonwealth Attorney's letter in his pocket, along with another one that was kind of like that, talking about being threatened.
Yeah.
If he were to be found guilty. But he didn't think it was needed because he didn't want to show cowardice. So he died with the letters in his pocket. Now, a couple things I wanted to talk about to kind of show how Floyd Allen was. In 1904, he was tried for shooting his neighbor, whose name was Noah Cobbs, over a land dispute.
Mm-hmm.
It was a shootout. They both got wounded really bad. And his punishment was an hour in jail and a $100 fine.
Okay.
He appealed and was pardoned by the governor without ever having to serve or pay. Before that, in 1898, when his dad, Jeremiah Allen, died, they were dividing up the estate, and Floyd and his brother Jack fought over a barrel of brandy.
Are you serious?
Floyd shot Jack in the head, beat him with the rock until he was unconscious. Jack wakes up and shoots Floyd. They both survive, obviously. Jack ends up living the rest of his life with a silver plate in his head. And neither one were prosecuted.
Yeah, they did get away with a lot, didn't they?
So my question is, who do you think shot first?
Yeah. I think that the little lady that had good memories of them just didn't know because she was a kid.
Because she was a kid.
Kids get a lot of stuff kept from them.
Yeah.
You don't find out till you're older that your family had a lot of skeletons in the closet.
I mean, I would think it would be Floyd Allen. I'm sorry. I just could see him doing it.
Yeah, he stood up and said, well, I'm not going to go. Bang.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like the way that... It's surprising to me that only one kind of bystander, if the girl that was, that was possibly a witness against him wasn't, and was just happened to be in the courtroom because she was early for something else, then they were all aiming really well to not hit anybody else.
Well, and I think other people, I don't know if other people got injured with bullets, because other people were injured.
But, I mean, for the only people to die to be the specific people involved in the case.
Right. It's like they're gunning for someone specific.
I think that Floyd probably had his kids, his brothers, whatever, set up in different positions ready that if they convict me, you go for him, you go after this person, you go after this person.
Yeah.
And so who knows which one started, but I think that they probably all were like, okay, I'm on Massey and I'm on, the Commonwealth Attorney and I'm going to hit the bailiff and I'm going to hit this person. I think that they probably were all set up. So it didn't matter which one started. Maybe Floyd was like, I'll take the first shot. And they were like, okay.
And then y'all shoot after me.
And that's why it all just went
I just can't imagine it not being him.
Yeah.
And especially if he's coming in there because everyone has guns.
Yeah.
And they're letting him carry his gun into his trial.
Into his own
which
trial.
Which is insane
that is
to us now.
Insane. Yes.
But apparently that's just normal.
That
Crazy.
Is insane. I mean, and, like, they were taking his 2 nephews or whatever, like, when they were bringing the 2 boys in that he assaulted the sheriffs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had one of them handcuffed and one of them tied up. He went into his trial without even handcuffs. And with a weapon.
Right.
That's insane.
I know.
It's like, he's not even handcuffed? Like, what?
But, like, it's weird because when you're reading, like, the stories about him, like, the Allens got their way in this area. They essentially owned it. Mm-hmm. All of the brothers, they were very prominent in that area. And it's not a rich area.
Right.
So they had more than most people.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't have it easily available, but I even wrote, like, I saw what each person did. Like, Uncle Garland was a pastor and whatever, but they all kind of didn't do great things sometimes, you know?
They had prohibition on the side. They had other side jobs, side hustles.
Also, so, we were talking about poor Mary Lewis Allen, the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And how he leaves her and blah, blah, blah. I do have when she died, and it was in 1789, the same year that he did.
Really? I wonder if they just married, like, as many women as they wanted to, because they could get away with whatever they wanted.
Well, yeah, and especially in that area. That's them right there. Sorry, I'm showing her my list.
Yeah, I think that they just were like, I just need another wife now.
I'm tired of this one.
Yeah.
She's worn out.
Yeah, maybe she's, after her 15 children that she gave me, she's just can't make anymore, so I'm going to marry somebody else.
And William Allen, the one who married someone and whatever, mm-hmm. the main one, he ended up having 23 kids.
That is too many children.
Agreed. I agree.
I know that they had big families back then, but that's just too many children.
It's unreal because, like, most people didn't have anything.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like, I guess he had that much so that they could continue to just thrive. Like, and the numbers,
they needed help.
Yeah, the numbers just kept beating the odds, and like,
exactly. We're bound to prolong our line.
Yeah.
If we have 15 kids or whatever. Now, one thing I will say, Floyd Allen's parents, Jeremiah and Nancy, they had the 11 kids. Their first child, I believe, was a girl named Mary Allen. She was born in 1845, but she didn't even live for a whole year.
Yeah. See, that was
but all the other
common.
ones did.
Yeah.
They had 10 that lived until, well, some died early.
Yeah.
The oldest one was 94. That was Garland, the pastor.
The
preacher lived until he was 94. So he died in 1963.
Oh, wow.
Because he was born in the 1800s. That's crazy. Anyway.
That's crazy. Wow, what a story.
There you go. Crazy.
That is
And Claude
crazy.
Allen, just so you know, was 23 when he was executed.
That's so young.
Agreed.
He was as many years old as one dude had as many kids.
Floyd was only 57.
Oh, wow. See, who wants to live the kind of life where you end up dead at 23 or 57?
Yeah.
It's like, why couldn't you just go to jail for something?
And you know what? His youngest, Jeremiah Allen, named for the grandfather, I guess, he was only like 5 when he passed. So that was another one that died young.
Yeah.
I didn't read anything. I'm just literally doing the math right now while I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
And it looks like he was like 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they had some losses like that because it was common.
Very
childhood
common.
illnesses back then, they weren't treatable and stuff. But
well, that's
that
the story.
was still a very long line, and that is insane to think that everybody in there had a gun.
Well,
it's like, what is it? There's that movie, Maverick with Mel Gibson and
Jodie Foster.
Yeah, and they're on the ship, and they're not supposed to. It's a gambling anyway,
like a cruise thing.
And yeah, and nobody's supposed to have a gun on board.
Oh
and
yeah,
everybody starts shooting. They're like, why does everybody have a gun?
Because they don't go anywhere without a gun.
Yeah,
then
yeah. But that's what it makes me think of. I'm like, why did everybody have a gun?
Yeah, but that's just the way it was.
They shouldn't have had a gun. He should have at least been handcuffed.
I know. Like, seriously, at least handcuffed.
Yeah. Something. I mean.
And then to just allow that many people in there.
Yeah.
Over 100 people, just spectators.
I mean, that was fairly common, I guess, back in those days.
Because what else are you going to do?
Executions and all that kind of stuff back then. Yeah, there was nothing else nothing good on TV.
Especially on a rainy day.
Yeah, but
they could work outside, so they just walked through the mud and the nasty and went to see.
And it's kind of crazy because we went from the public executions and public court craziness and stuff to then like nobody's allowed in and nobody can watch and nothing to then like, oh, they allow cameras in the courtroom now. And it went from...
It's like we used to allow everyone in the courtroom. Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. Anyway.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Diz.
Let us know what you think.
Crazy story. It was kind of interesting hearing about, some of the stomping grounds I've been on.
I know. Same, right? I was very interested.
Hillsville is, a happening place, but not those kind of happenings.
Not those kind.
If you're ever in Virginia, they have a really cool giant flea market thing that happens twice a year. Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. And it's awesome.
That sounds like fun.
It's very fun. They don't sell fleas. In case you're from somewhere that doesn't know what a flea market is.
They'd be back if they only sold fleas.
So you should check it out sometime.
Check it out, guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
See you next time.
Hey, Diz.
Yeah?
Tell them that thing you always say.
Hey, guys, don't forget, watch for deer.